One of my family's favorite things to order at a Mexican restaurant is chips and queso. And today I'm gonna show you a simple and delicious way to make some chips and queso. All right, so for today's chips and queso, we're gonna use 1 can of enchilada verde sauce, half a stick of butter, half a tomato, 2 serrano peppers, a little bit of some paprika, about 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, about 1/4 of an onion, about 1.5 cups of milk, some wow sauce, and we cannot forget 8 ounces of a block of cheddar cheese. All right, so we are going to start with our quarter onion. We're just gonna finely dice these onions so that way we're not biting into some huge chunks of onions when we are cooking. Well, this didn't turn out too well. All right, so we are gonna finely dice these onions. We're making a queso, so we don't want them to be so distinct. Like, you don't want to be like, oh, I've been into an onion in my queso. This is just strictly for flavor. So we're gonna go ahead and just dice this up as fine as we can. We'll get about 1/4 onion out of it. So we're just gonna go as fine as we possibly can with this. We're gonna go nice and fine here. So that should be good. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna throw them here into a little bowl. All right, so we are also gonna dice up our serrano pepper. This, again, we're gonna go pretty fine with this. You know, you can use jalapenos if you like. My family, we like things very spicy, so we're going straight with this serrano pepper. We'll leave a couple of seeds in there as well. You know, seeds aren't gonna hurt. But again, we're gonna make this really fine, just so that way, you know, you're not biting into this big old chunk of serrano peppers when you're eating. And I'm gonna throw it into this same container as I have the onions, because we're gonna cook them together. All right, next thing we're gonna do is our half tomato. It's just like that. And this as well, we're gonna go a little fine, not as fine as we've been going with the onions and the serranos, but we are gonna get pretty fine with this. All right, that looks good. And we're gonna just go ahead and put these in our container, just like so. All right, now that we got our vegetables cut up and ready to go, we're gonna go over to the pan and we're gonna start cooking this. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our stove on to about medium high heat, just to kind of get it nice and warm. And we're gonna go in with our half a stick of butter. And we're just gonna let that melt up. All right, so now that we have most of our butter melted, we're gonna bring this down to a little bit lower than medium heat. And we are going to put our onions and our serrano peppers in there. And we are gonna let them cook here for a little bit. And the reason why we wanted to bring that heat down is because we don't want the butter to burn. We don't want the butter to burn. All right, and now that the onions and the serranos have been cooking for just a little bit now, maybe about 3-4 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw in our diced tomatoes, just like this. And we'll go ahead and we'll let these cook for a couple of minutes. And now that these have been cooking for a couple of minutes, we're gonna come in here with our wow. We're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of wow. Remember, I almost don't cook without this wow. And we're gonna come in here and add just a little bit of paprika. The serranos are already in there. They're pretty hot, so we don't want to overdo it with the paprika either. All right, and this stuff has been simmering for just a little bit now, so we're gonna come in here with our flour. We're just gonna let it all kind of dissolve. Come in here, add a little bit more flour. See how it's kind of clumping up? It's dissolving a little bit. That is what we want. Just like that, and then we are gonna come in with our 1.5 cups of milk. We'll put in a little bit for now. Let that kind of simmer up. All right, so now that we have brought it to a simmer, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw in our cheese. And we're just gonna do this little by little. We do not wanna throw it in all at once, because then what's gonna happen is it's gonna start to glump up. And so that's not what we want. We wanna get some good consistency. So we are gonna throw it in, let it melt. Once it melts down, we'll come in and we'll throw in some more, and we're just gonna slowly do that. So we've melted out all of our cheese, and now we have some great consistency, just like this. And so our queso is ready and good to go. And just like that, our queso is done. Look at it. It looks amazing. Look at that. Simple and easy to make. And now it's time for the best part, the taste test. So let's give this a good taste. Here we go. There's some good stuff right here. You can go in again. It's that good. Really good, babe. Why don't you go ahead and give this a try? Let me know what you think. A+, and if the wife approves, you know it is fantastic. So go ahead, get this recipe done, take it to the next cookout, take it to the next family gathering. I promise you, you're gonna be the talk of the party. We'll see you soon.